What's up, social media family? I'm DitzonGomez.
And this is Johnny G.
And this is the DitzonGomez and
Johnny G show.
And today we got a special guest from Loud 99.3.
We got
DJ H. Vidal. What's happening, you guys? I thought you guys almost forgot my name for a second.
We wanted you to say it to the fans.
No doubt.
We appreciate you having you here and coming to our show to motivate the youth, because this is what this show's about, to motivate the younger kids.
Yes.
That don't have role models. So you have us that we're gonna start every week putting out new shows with different people, so you guys can watch it. Did you want to ask the first question?
It's first of all, it's a pleasure having you on our show,
thanks
man.
for having me, guys. I appreciate
Episode 4.
Thank you, guys.
We got DJ H. Vidal in the building.
Yep.
So go check him out too.
99.3. The hottest station in the city.
You already know. We got a couple questions for you, man.
Okay.
You ready?
Let's get it.
All right. What's your favorite song you never played?
Favorite song I've never played.
Yeah.
It depends on the situation. Like if it's on the radio, like obviously the radio station that I DJ for is a hip hop station. Those who know me, I know that I'm an avid Prince fan. I love Prince, borderline obsessed. So obviously I can't play Prince on a hip hop station because it goes against the format.
Yeah.
So, obviously I wouldn't be able to play that there. I guess it would have to be Darling Nikki by Prince.
Oh,
Darling Nikki.
Okay.
Darling Nikki, yeah. So, all my old heads out there, y'all know
You
what
guys
that's
gotta check
about.
that out.
Yes. I'm not going to get into the content of that song, but those who know, y'all know what it is.
All right. That's a good song.
Yes,
That's
sir.
a good
It
song,
is a good
man.
song. Can you tell us a little bit more about yourself and what you do?
A little background on myself. I'm born and raised in Reading, PA. Grew up in the 6th Ward, 3rd and Walnut. Shout out to the 6th Ward out there, no doubt.
Yes.
Was raised by my grandmother, 2 brothers. I later on went to Milton Hershey School. Went there for about 8 years, and then left my sophomore year. Came back and finished at Reading High. I started DJing at the age of 15.
Wow.
Started DJing at the age of 15. Right when hip hop was like really starting to peak off.
Yeah.
Like 87, 88 back then. Y'all probably wasn't even.
Yeah, we weren't even
I
born
was
yet.
here
I didn't
for
think
it,
so.
Hey, it was making a noise for itself,
We were
right?
both born in 92.
Wowzers. There you go.
Yep.
So just started DJing, making little tapes and stuff. Back then we had tapes, it wasn't no MP3s or nothing like that. I'd make little mixtapes and just pass them out. I would DJ house parties. Later on I started DJing dances at Southwest Junior High. Then when I was a sophomore, I was doing dances at Reading High during that time period, and just kind of built my name up from there, man. Just kind of kept it going.
That's nice. Did you know it was your passion, music?
Music's always been my passion. I was in the band. I played trombone in the band at Milton Hershey. Shout out to John Lemke, my band director.
Shout out to John.
Yes. Milton Hershey all day. Music's been a part of my background. My grandfather, Mr. Bobby Newton, everybody knows who he is. The music background just pretty much stemmed from him, and it's always been a part of me. And I've always been a part of the hip hop culture as well. I started off as a break dancer,
Oh, nice.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's something I didn't know
I didn't
about.
know about that.
Yeah. So I started off as a break dancer. Then I started beatboxing. Then I started rapping. And then my mother, God rest her soul, took me to Fairmount Park when I was pretty young. I don't remember exactly how old I was. And Jazzy Jeff was DJing, and that's when I was first exposed to the art of DJing, which is one of the 4 elements of hip hop. And when I saw that, I felt like he was DJing for me. I was in awe. I was just like, I got goosebumps just thinking about it.
Oh, man.
So that's when I knew, like it touched my soul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody ever taught me how to DJ. It's been self-taught. There was no YouTube videos back then. I would pull up to picnics and parties and under 21 dances, and I would check out cats like Prince of Funk, Johnny V. Johnny V, he's been DJing for a long time. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Johnny V.
He's one of the guys I learned from. I would never talk on the mic, and he's actually one of the cats that inspired me to crack the mic while I was DJing. So I'd watch cats like I said, Prince of Funk, Johnny V, Cooley Kirk, Swam, Dr. Tiptoe, who else? Leroy Moise, DJ Rand, who used to DJ on Power 99. You know, back then, I studied him as far as like radio was concerned, because I always wanted to be on the radio. And of course, you know, Kid Capri, you know, the world's #1 party rocker DJ on the face of the earth. Like, he's the originator of it. So, yeah.
Wow, man.
Those were my inspiration.
Everybody has an inspiration.
Yeah, shout out to everyone you just mentioned, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have you, right?
Exactly.
Man.
The best radio in the city right now.
Yes.
Radio stations.
Yes. And it's crazy that you went through all those levels of hip hop. You did the breakdancing, the beatboxing, the rapping. I didn't know about the rapping.
Yeah. I used to write a couple bars. Don't ask me to spit, because I don't remember none of them.
You guys gotta get on the track.
Yeah, you know. So yeah, I used to do that.
That's really cool, man. Knowing what you know now, what would you do different? Would you still be a DJ?
I wouldn't do anything different. You know, the only thing I would have done different is I would have latched on to some OGs and some mentors and stayed in their back pockets to really show me how to be a DJ, but also be professional and live a good, clean personal life. You know, as far as school is concerned, as far as, you know, just as an individual, because, you know, I was very arrogant. I had an ego problem. I had a drug and alcohol problem. You know, I was doing a lot of drugs and drinking, and, you know, just burning a lot of bridges and destroying a lot of relationships and sabotaging myself. And a lot of people get caught up. It's very easy to get caught up in self-sabotage. So that's one of the things I would have changed, you know, just to have somebody to, you know, that male role model to just kind of show me how to be a man, you know, because I didn't know my father. I just met my father about 10 years ago. So I grew up without a father. So that's one of the things I would do different, you know, just really latch on to a positive male figure and get in his back pocket.
That's what a lot of kids here in Reading need, and that's why we're doing this show, because just like him, I never had a father figure either. But, you know, you can overcome it. He overcame it, and I overcame it, and now I'm a barbershop owner, and he's a 99.3 radio owner. So, you know,
I'm not the owner.
Oh,
I'm not the owner. No.
He's the one that makes that show happen.
Yes.
Hosts the show and makes it happen, and he's one of the reasons that a lot of people love the radio show.
Appreciate you, man.
One of the reasons I listen to it, you know.
Yeah, exactly. He always has hot music on there. He even got J. Cole on there.
Well, I can't take the credit for all that. I appreciate it, but you know, I got to shout out to DJ Grooves. He actually owns the radio station.
Shout out to DJ Grooves.
Yeah,
DJ Grooves from the Allentown, Bethlehem area. You know, that's a whole other story in itself. But you know, he had a vision a long time ago. He got on board with it. He created this radio station, and literally popping up. You know, there's going to be loud stations popping up all over the country. So, you know, I'm really grateful to be a part of this opportunity. You know, to be able to say that I can DJ in my own city and be on a hip hop radio station in my own city is a blessing, because I had to.
Is this the first one? Sorry to cut you off.
No. Glad you asked me that, because that's exactly where I was going to segue into. My first time on the radio was back in 1988. I was on the Memorial Mix Weekend on Power 99.
Oh.
Back in 1988.
Wow.
First one to do it in Reading. No shade. I'm just saying. Not too many people know that.
Power 99.
Yes.
So so I was on 99 for I'd say for about 2 years. They bring me in on like holiday mix shows and things like that. You know, tried to get a job on the station. You know, was unsuccessful. So a lot of times you have to leave your area, you know, to really pay your dues and really put that work in order to come back and take things to the next level. So shortly after that, I was offered a job down in Charleston, South Carolina. The station was called Power 94.3. I was a mix show DJ there, and then I became a radio personality. And then I was there for about a year and a half. The station flipped formats, And then I'd say about 2 months later, I got an audition to be on a radio station in Tampa, Florida, which was 95.7 The Beat. Went down, auditioned, got the job, shot down there, stayed on that station for a couple years, made a name for myself down there. They let me go because, I was wilding out and just doing dumb stuff. I'm gonna keep it real, you know what I mean?
Drinking, Tampa, Florida, man.
Tampa, Florida.
Drinking and drugging, and again, I didn't have that positive role model. I wouldn't say I didn't have it. I wasn't open-minded and willing enough to take the suggestions. My ego was just through the ceiling. So, I just took all that self-sabotage down there. So no matter where you go, there you are. That's the period, point blank of that. So went down there. They let me go after about a year and a half. Took about 6 months off. I worked as a tour DJ for Bubba Sparks.
Oh, wow.
So I traveled all over the world with him for a little while. And then the competition station in Tampa, which is Wild 94.1, offered me a position. Shout out to my man Orlando down there. And they offered me a position. And, I stayed on that station for about another year and a half, 2 years. And of course I self-sabotaged myself right out of that situation. So, I got some life experience, I got some radio experience, I got some production experience, I got some voiceover experience. I was on BET Rap City twice.
Oh, man.
Yeah, back in 2001. So after that, I lost my job, I went to rehab, left rehab, got out of rehab, and then I came back up here in 2009, I believe. And, just started doing like odd jobs. I worked at gyms, I worked at the Hope Rescue Mission, I worked at EDI, did all kinds of stuff. And then, DJ Grooves popped up with this radio station, and I was like, wow, I think God is telling me, it's time for me. It's time for me to get back in the game. So, I want to send a big shout out to DJ Grooves, for giving me the opportunity.
Shout out to
Thank
DJ
you to
Grooves.
DJ Grooves.
We appreciate
Shout out to you, man.
We appreciate you bringing this blessing here to the city, because everybody listens to that radio station. I mean, I do when I'm in the car all the time. I know probably.
I definitely do.
Yep.
I love hip hop.
So shout out to DJ Groove for bringing this to our city. This is what we needed. I have another question for you. Who motivates you every day to get up and grind?
My children.
Nice. Yes.
That's a very big. That's the same thing for me. My children. Too.
Period.
Children.
My children, and my wife.
Yep.
Can't forget my wife.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Congratulations.
Oh,
you
thanks.
just got married, man. You just got married.
See that? Yeah. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. It.
And,
I happened to be at the wedding. It was awesome.
Thanks, man.
Nice.
Yeah, man. I was there doing my little breakdance moves. All right. On nights you don't DJ, what does H. Vidal do on his free time?
Free time. What's that?
Man.
What is free time? Well, I'm also a voiceover artist, so I have a home studio where I do voiceover work. Anything from radio commercials to narration to DJ drops to radio sweepers. You're in the mix with DJ DitzonGomez on Loud 99.3. Like I do stuff like that. You know what I mean? So like radio commercials, that kind of thing. So. Aside from the radio marketing and production and on-air stuff that I do, I also have a home studio where I do that. But outside of that, as far as free time, I just fall back and kick it with my wife and kids, man.
Yeah.
That's it. Netflix and chill.
Yeah.
Open up my grill, cook out. That's therapy. My grill is my therapy.
Man, some
So,
steak. Please tell me you like steak.
I love steak.
Yes.
Yeah. Steak is the best.
Yep.
I have another question for you. What services do you offer for the city out here for people that would want to contract you for a show, or do you do marriage?
Weddings?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything that requires music or entertainment, anything that requires somebody to come out and host your event, MC your event, I'm the guy you want to talk to. If you need a voice for your event, if you need a voice for your business, I'm the guy you want to talk to. You need a voice for your video, I'm the guy you want to talk to. A commercial, weddings, birthday parties, no job's too big or small. And I play all genres of music, open format. Whatever you want me to play, I got you.
There you guys go. You guys can check him out on His website?
Yep, it's www.djhvidal.com. It's djhvidal.com. And on social media, at djhvidal, Facebook and the gram. Hit me up.
They can book you through your website and your Instagram?
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
I'm very easy to touch.
Cool.
Very personable. You know that.
Yeah.
I see.
Really respectful dude too.
Thank you, man.
I appreciate that. What would you tell the kids? What advice would you give the kids if they want to chase their dreams, but they're having a problem in believing in themselves?
That's very common. And I'll be the first to tell you, as a grown man, there are times I still don't believe in myself.
Yeah.
That self-doubt will kick in. Those what ifs will come in. Those what ifs, like what if this and what if that, what if this, what if that, and just scared to overcome that fear. So it's very normal to do that. But what works for me, my experience tells me, is that I have to get around the right people. I have to get around some people that's going to guide me. Yes. I have to get around some people that's going to motivate me, that's going to inspire me, that's going to encourage me and speak life into me when I start getting into this motion picture, which I call my mind. Okay, because that's the most dangerous place for me to be. So I would encourage you guys, try your best to stay out of your head. And that's a very difficult thing to do, And we can sit here and blame our surroundings and our upbringings and not having a father and not having a mother. I've been there, I've done that. At the end of the day, we're here for a purpose. We're here for a reason. We're not a mistake. You're not a mistake. I'm not a mistake. And there was times I felt hopeless. I felt like I was a mistake. What am I doing here? Why was I even born? Why was I even conceived?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I was put here for a purpose. And it took me some time to realize that and, to believe that within myself, It's a daily reprieve. It's something that it's a daily thing. But the key is get the right people around you. Like I have a hedge of protection, like the Bible talks about. Not to get biblical on you, but the Bible talks about having a hedge of protection, and that hedge of protection is I have a core group of men that I can call at any given moment, day or night, from the top of the country all the way to Florida. If I'm going through something, if my mind is playing tricks on me, if I start to self-doubt or I start getting some bright ideas that I want to go back to old behaviors, I pick up the phone and I call one of those gentlemen and say, hey, listen, I'm feeling a little down. I really need some encouragement because I'm thinking about doing something really stupid and I need you to talk me out of it. So, get the right people around you and take those suggestions, follow those suggestions, put your ego to the side and take the suggestions that are given to you. And that was one of the things that it took me 30 plus years to finally get it. It took me being in a prison cell, when everybody turned their back on me and nobody wanted anything to do with me because I just burned so many bridges. It took for me to literally hit that type of rock bottom to finally get it. H. Vidal, Hamilton, that's my real name. Hamilton, you can't do this by yourself. Because obviously it was your thinking that keeps getting you in jail, that keeps getting you into trouble. You know what I mean? So I had to put my ego to the side and come to the realization that my first thought wasn't always the best, when it comes to making some life-changing decisions. So get some OGs, get some old heads around you, get the right people around, seek them out, and don't look for somebody that's going to co-sign your stuff. Somebody that's going to give you the harsh truth, the reality of what it is, Like if you're an artist, and you want somebody's opinion. Hey, what do you think of this song? I don't like it. Like I'll tell somebody straight up, like, well, here's what you can do better. The mix is a little off or whatever. I would encourage you to do this, and this. And some people don't like to take those suggestions.
They always take them.
They take it, they personalize it, and that's how I was for a long time. And then I wondered why I couldn't get ahead and couldn't get to the next level. Because I was blocking my own blessings. So try not to block your blessings.
Thank you for that. I'm gonna take some of that. I'm gonna take some of that advice from me. That's what you just said is powerful.
Definitely.
And we need the kids to hear that. Even grown-ups could take that advice. Anybody, like he said, it took him 30 plus years, but he's here now and he's changed and he's a whole new person. and you know we got to thank God for that.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I see you have a quote that goes by, "Life is like a movie." Can you explain to us about what that quote means?
Well, oh, you watched the video on my
Yeah.
on my website. I gotta take that down. That video was like mad old. Yeah, life is like a movie. You know, it can play out any way you want it to play. You know what I mean? Like you go to a movie and you never know if there's going to be a twist into that movie, if there's going to be a happy ending, or if there's going to be a sad ending. You can determine how that movie starts and ends.
Yep.
You know, so life is like a movie.
That is true. That is very true.
Yeah.
Be your own director.
Oh yeah.
Well, God is the director, you know, and your supporting cast is that hedge of protection I was talking about.
Appreciate that.
Yes,
That's true.
really, really good advice. So, Red Light, Green Light is out on YouTube right now by DitzonGomez featuring Obvious.
That's you, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, you got to tell the people that. You know what I mean?
You got to be part of that project, man, and I really appreciate you taking the time to go and show some love, eating some carnitas.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh man, your mom's man. She's an amazing cook. Shout out to Mom Dukes, man.
Yeah, shout out to my mama.
How do you
Shout out
say
to
mama
Mom.
in Mexican? How does that go?
Mama?
Mama. I need some carnitas.
Saludos a mi mamá.
Saludos a mi mamá.
Yes.
Got it.
Estaban buenas.
Yeah, it was a great set, and I feel like it turned out great, and to me it just meant so much for you even answering my call and taking the time to go show up. And I know we took a little bit of time filming that video. We waited for to get nighttime, and you were all with it, and that means a lot to me. It really does, man. Thank you.
My pleasure, bro.
Thank you, man.
Thanks for inviting me, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for inviting me. I
No
understand,
problem.
video shoots take a while. You know, it wasn't my first shoot. You know, it actually went smoother than most. You know, some don't go that smooth. So, you know, I think you know, you guys ran a tight ship. Shout out to Elias, man.
Yeah,
Dope
shout out
video.
to Elias, man. That video came out
Yep.
crispy. You could go check it out on YouTube right now. DitzonGomez featuring Obvious. Red Light, Green Light.
Dope joint.
Yes.
Yeah, like I said, it was a pleasure having you here on our show, and we look forward to working with you more and uniting the city. We now named ourselves readingpa United. You can look us up on YouTube, search up readingpa United, and you can find all of our episodes on there. The 4th episode will be out on Thursday at 7:30 with HF Vidal.
99.3 H Vidal in the building, man.
Yes. Thank you guys for having me. Just real quick plug. Make sure you guys tune into the station. The station name is Loud 99.3. It's Reading's hip hop station. It is an FM radio station based right here in Reading. We are Reading's first and only hip hop station, and we're not going anywhere. We're only growing, right?
Yes.
So if you're tuning in from outside of the Reading market, what you can do is download the TuneIn app to your phone, and then you search Loud 99.3, and you can listen to our station no matter where you go. So, you know, what I like to do is, like, if I'm going, like tonight, my daughter graduates from high school in Bethlehem, so I'll have the aux cord plugged in from my phone right into my truck, and I listen to the station the whole way to Bethlehem. So
I didn't even know that. Thank
Yep.
You mean
Yep.
I could listen to this on my cellular phone?
you.
yeah.
What?
In a different state.
All
It
day,
doesn't matter.
every day. Yep, all day, every day. So Loud 99.3, download the TuneIn app, do the search, and you can listen to your station. You can listen to our station no matter where you go. Our website is www.loud993.com. My website is djhvidal.com. Follow me on social media at djhvidal and also at hvidal Voice and Media. So that's pretty much all I got, man. Thank you guys for having me. I had a
Man,
blast.
Appreciate you.
Yes.
Again.
sir.
That's our
It's a
time.
blessing.
Thanks for everyone that's watching, supporting our new show, and thank you once again, man.
Yeah,
thank you
thank
once
you.
again for being in the
Appreciate you.
show. Episode 4, check it out. It will be out on Thursday. I won't say what time because, you know, sometimes things don't go as planned, but
Yeah.
it will definitely be out on Thursday.
Stay blessed. Stay humble.
And keep it loud.
Brah!